Hey, your viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to Surrey Being Hunted. It's time for another podcast-style episode, assuming the game doesn't suddenly lag out on me as it just had a momentary little spike then. So, hope you guys are all doing well. This is a podcast-style episode, like I say, because we just did a challenge in the last one, even if it was a bit of a short one. Probably could have done a longer one there, but then again, I don't know, could I have kept a conversation going for about an hour, just whittering on about random crap, whilst locating bits and bobs like pipes and tobacco and things like that. Let me just stick this in here, there we go. But Wednesday evening, ladies and gentlemen, as when I record this, sorry if you just heard me burp then in the background as I was talking. Well, it's another day basically where work is finished and I just fancy doing a bit of recording as a way of unwinding. And, you know, Sir is always kind of a good game to play, you know, in order to unwind and all that, just because it's so calm and generally quite relaxing, unless you're in the late game stages when there's bloody robots everywhere, but you know what I mean. Because obviously in the land of work, things have been busy as usual, lots of things for me to have to worry about, plenty of things to keep me occupied and keep you going, namely course design, that kind of thing, and lots of outstanding questions about what we're going to include in the course and how things are going to run and stuff like this. But what can you do? You know, that's the usual sort of thing. A bit of stress in life is pretty normal, ladies and gentlemen. A bit of stress keeps you on your toes, keeps you going. All things in moderation and all that. Obviously there is such a thing as too much stress, but for the most part, stress, good. No, what am I saying? I'm giving a very simplified view of things with that's probably completely wrong, but never you mind, ladies and gentlemen, that's not really what I want to talk about and all that. As usual, you know, I've got a sort of topic of conversation on the brain which is just loosely based on things that I've been reading online, bits of weird news and whatever else have you, because sometimes, you know, if I need to do a Surrey Being Hunted podcast episode and I don't really have a topic of my own sort of in mind at any time, you know, I just go on Google, type weird news, something like that, see what comes up. Usually Sky News has a load of weird stories. They're just random bits and bobs. I should probably look elsewhere though, because, I don't know, Sky News, a lot of theirs is quite PG. What we really want to hear are some actual, you know, probably some X-rated crazy news stories. That's probably what you all want to know. Like that one episode I did friggin' years ago, which is about that priest who got caught jacking himself up with a Henry Hoover or something. Do you remember that one? That one just... I just had a flash of memory and just remembered that one off the top of my head. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be very puzzled. In which case, just, well, go and search back through my Surrey Being Hunted playlist. You'll find the episode in question. I can't remember which number it is, but you'll know. It's the one called Spicy Henry Hoover Talk. Was that what it was called? I think that's what it was called, wasn't it? But whatever you do, it's probably best if you don't Google search something like priest masturbating with Henry Hoover. Because God only knows what might come up then, ladies and gents. Just try explaining that one to your parents, or your wife, partner, or your co-workers or whatever. Not that you should be searching that kind of thing on a work computer or anything like that. You often hear about sort of idiotic people, don't you, in their workplace, who search for porn on work computers, and you think to yourself, my dude, or, you know, lady, I'm not saying it's just dudes who do it, but you think to yourself, why? Because most workplaces have a way of tracking what you've been sort of looking at online, and besides, it's a public computer, it's not a personal one. Probability is other people may well have access to that system, and they'll know what you've been up to, you randy beggars. Best not to do it, eh? I've already freaking distracted myself from what it was I actually was going to talk about by going down this X-rated pathway, ladies and gents. Now, essentially what I was going to talk about, actually, come to think of it, is kind of boring in comparison to where I've just gone now. What I was going to talk about was a freaking news story I'd seen online about a hot dog eating championship winner who apparently has been banned from a tournament because he took a deal with a rival company or something. It's very American news, that, ladies and gentlemen. But, no, I was actually reading about it, and apparently this dude, his name is like Joey Chestnut or something, and apparently his record is something like 76 hot dogs with their buns in about 10 minutes, which, I don't know about you, but when I think about that myself, it kind of makes me want to vomit. Because just the thought of having to cram those in one after another. Because, you know, how many times does he chew each one? That's the question. Or does he just, like, fucking chew them a few times and then swallow them almost whole? Because the more I think about that, the more I think that's just a recipe for frigging choking yourself. Unless the joke's on us and that's what he's into. Who knows? Let's get it back to the X-rated stuff, ladies and gentlemen, because why the fuck not? Right. But no, you know, thinking about like competitive eating tournaments and things like that, I actually think to myself, you must be a particular kind of person to want to engage in that kind of thing. Because like I say, I just think the speed at which they put food away, I just think to myself, ugh, you'd have to barely chew things. You have to be eating like a fucking bird, you know? You see what ducks and geese do? Where they don't sort of chew, they just sort of like swallow it down almost whole. And that just makes it look real uncomfortable, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Lord knows, I've talked before about that one time years ago when I had a moment where I swallowed what was it? I think it was like a paracetamol tablet. But for a moment, it's sort of like you've probably had this before, right? For a moment, it gets lodged in your esophagus, and you have that sort of momentary panic because you think it's in your airway, but it's not. You can still breathe, but it's just in your esophagus, and it's like trapped there, and it's really uncomfortable. Horrible feeling, but yeah, I just get memories of that, and I just think to myself, no thanks, that was bad enough. I don't want to be frigging swallowing down hot dogs almost in one. Choking myself out potentially on those things. No thank you. You know, come to think of it, I've not had a good hot dog in a while. You know, proper hot dog in a bun, lathered with a bit of ketchup, maybe a few fried onions. I'm trying to think, when was the last time I had one? Not entirely sure. If anyone's wondering though from my description though that I just gave, no, I wouldn't have mustard on it. Be honest with you, I'm not too big a fan of mustard, if I'm honest. Not too big a fan at all. I'm trying to think actually now, you know, because hot dogs obviously are a typical sort of barbecue food, very summery. I'm trying to think when would the last proper barbecue I had, you know, outdoors at someone's house, with them cooking meats over an open barbecue flame and all that. When would the last one have been? I'm trying to think. I want to say last summer, but at the same time I don't know, because I don't remember one specifically. I think it probably would have been, well, last one I can possibly remember would have been maybe a year or two before that. Before then, probably just, you know, randomly on a family get-together at one time, something like that. But I just threw all that food out on the barbecue. Got some buns and whatever else have you. Fried onions, bit of salad, because I suppose you gotta have the healthy thing with it to balance out all that red meat. But let's be honest, nobody who's having a barbecue really is interested in the salad now, are they? They just want probably, you know, the hot dogs and the burgers, whatever else have you. Here's a question for you, actually, ladies and gentlemen. Last time you had like a family barbecue or something, what meats did you do? Did you just stick to sausage and, you know, beef patties? Did you also maybe go for a bit of chicken or any other interesting meats? Anything a bit different? So I remember one barbecue I once went to, actually, many years ago, when I was in my late teens at A level. It was a girl I knew. She had, it was like her 18th birthday party, something like that. And me and a friend of mine, you know, we were invited. We went up there, joined them for a bit of, you know, joined her and her family and friends. A bit of a barbecue. It was unfortunate because sadly the weather didn't hold in the evening. It started raining heavily. But, yeah, it was good. You know, good company. But, you know, they did the usual array. Then barbecued up some chicken as well. It was pretty good. God, isn't it such an exciting conversation, this, isn't it? You can tell Red's an adult in his frickin' 30s by this quality of conversation, when he's just talking about something incredibly mundane as though it's really exciting. That's the curse of adulthood, ladies and gentlemen. You know, things that as a kid you looked at and thought were so boring, suddenly as an adult, you're very interested in them. And you talk about them as though they're amazing. Because, of course, you know, that's what's going on in your life. Work. Looking after the home. Things like that. And so you sat there and you're thinking to yourself, you know, oh yes, I managed to buy myself 6 light bulbs from friggin' B&Q the other day on a special offer. And, you know, that was the most exciting thing that happened to me all week or something. And that's adulthood, ladies and gents. Kids, any children out there watching, teenagers, you got this to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen. That's life. Right, I'm in a bit of an awkward position here because I kind of want to draw those over there. But fucking robots on this side. Who's going to be a big problem? If I start advancing, we might be alright. Go, go, go. Get over here. Ooh. Get over there, you bastards. Uh-oh, there's one's going to come through there, isn't there? Shit. Shit, they saw me. Fuck. What the hell are you doing over there? Get out of it. I've got things to be collecting. Cheers. There we go, that's how you do it. Well, he's not going to get me. He'll be away by the time. Oh, fuck's sake, there's more of them. Watch out for the robots. You're here, you don't know where I am, and go away. Thank you. Lovely. God, I'm making myself actually kind of depressed now, thinking about adulthood. And the highlight of your week being, oh, I managed to get through some of my work and all that. God. Is there nothing else that's happened to this week that I could talk about? Anything exciting? The answer is not really. But then again, actually, I mean, it is a Wednesday, as I'm going to record this. It's only halfway through the week. You know, stuff could still happen just yet. I mean, you know, on a work-related note, we've got conversations going at the moment about incorporating some field work into one of our courses. And, you know, they've got some interesting locations in mind for where that could be done. London, perhaps, and Portsmouth. Because obviously the course in question, I'll just say, has a bit of naval history involved in it. So yes, Portsmouth. So actually, having said that, there's an opportunity for me to sort of go on a bit of a recce with some colleagues down to those locations. Maybe go around a few museums or something, identify some stands, locations where, you know, we could get some colleagues to maybe take some groups of students around and whatever else have you. So you know what? It's not all boring. There is some interesting stuff going on. And actually, you know, if I can get a chance to go on this recce with colleagues, that'd be great. Because actually some of the areas they have planned to visit are places in Portsmouth that I haven't actually been to. Because I've been to Portsmouth a couple of times before, you know. I think I've talked about, you know, when I've been down there with family. Places like the National Museum of the Royal Navy and other stuff. And I probably, yeah, actually, come to think of it, I did do an episode, didn't I? It was talking about the time I visited, what was it, the big helicopter training ship, South Korean Navy, the Hansando, that one, yeah. Though, of course, that was only visiting that ship. We didn't go around any museums or anything like that. That wasn't the aim of the, you know, wasn't the purpose of the visit and all that. But yeah, there's still plenty of museums and places I haven't been in Portsmouth. Like the Explosives Museum and other things like that. So we may well go and have a look around at those. And just, you know, figure out some good locations and all that for stands for students to discuss contemporary and historical issues in naval leadership and things like that. And history, blah blah blah. This, that and the other and all that. Alright, let's go and deposit this device over here. What an eclectic series of topics I've discussed in this video so far, ladies and gents. Got more tea down whilst I'm at it. It's been very warm here in the UK at the moment, which is not really much different to past Sir episodes, to be honest. It's been very, very warm. I've been really glugging cold water straight out of my fridge. Because, lordy loo, we're getting that sort of summer heat wave, I think, now. That's the thing, you know, here in the UK we're supposed to be getting a heat wave. At least parts of the south of England are supposed to be, at the very, you know, at the very minimum. But, you know, some of that heat will obviously ripple outwards and upwards to the rest of the country. Whew. It's just annoying because obviously, you know, my workplace is one of those ones which they don't insist on, you know, shirt and tie, but they do insist on sort of smart casual. So still shirts and, you know, jackets, things like that. Which, obviously, you know, when you're in the height of summer, it's boiling. Oh, it's just ugh. So you don't even need to express what I'm feeling in words when just a noise, you know, along the lines of ugh, when that'll work. You know, it's a universal noise for good God, it's hot and I'm sweating up a bloody storm under my friggin' shirt and jacket here. You know, everyone in every country around the world probably understands that, don't they, ladies and gents? Universal sounds and signs that mean the same thing no matter what country in the world you're in. See, that could be a topic for a video right there, couldn't it, ladies and gentlemen? For all of about 5 minutes, because come to think of it, I can't really think of that many. All I think of is that one Peter Kay sketch where he's talking about, well, stand-up, sorry, I should say, not sketch, stand-up bit, where he's talking about, you know, the universal sign for, can I have the bill, please? Well, Jesus. Thank you for that, interrupting me and giving me almost a mini jump scare right there, Mr. Pheasant. You just lying on the floor at the base of this door? Where's he at? Is he up on the roof? Huh. How weird. Where is he? Has he fallen down? He must have fallen down somewhere, I don't know. God, that completely distracted me from what I was talking about, eh? Alright, well, looking at time, I mean, that's probably alright. Oh, he's there. There he is. That's where he be. I'll take his body. He shall not be forgotten. Monsieur Pheasant, who crashed into the side of a building like an absolute numbskull. Not that pheasants are known for being particularly clever animals, ladies and gentlemen. He's a bit bird-brained and all that. Bird-brained, even, and all that. Which is rich coming from me right now. When I can't even form words properly, because it's that time in the evening where I'm starting to fumble my lines and all that. Alright, let's save our progress there. That'll probably do, won't it, for a podcast-style episode, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little sort of 10 to 15 minute video. You can put it on in the background while you're doing the housework or something. Yes, you there, washing your friggin' dishes right now. You. I'm talking to you. I highly doubt there'll be anyone doing the dishes at the exact moment this video is being played. Because, you know, view counts on the most recent episodes are sort of down very much. It's funny because it's like, say you're being hunted view counts on, you know, in the series, they sort of fluctuate very wildly. So, you know, I'll go for sort of long spells where, you know, views on individual videos will be really low, but then every once in a while there'll be one that breaks through and suddenly gets masses of views for some friggin' reason. Who knows? I should probably actually try and game the system a little bit, shouldn't I? I should find out what's trending on Twitter or YouTube or whatever, or what's trending in the news at a particular time, and try and sort of make some really, I don't know, baity video title. You won't believe what Red talked about in this video, ladies and gentlemen. You click on it, you watch it, and you discover that actually he was just talking about some random shit again that's of no interest to anyone whatsoever. Alright, Facebook and links are down below, along with the links to my propagandist channel for anyone interested, and if you enjoyed, a like is of course always appreciated. But than that, I am signing off now. Goodbye, everybody. Yeah, there is. Well, I want to take the tank out first, right? Get rid of that, so we don't have to worry about it. There he is. God, you do see me. Shit. Get to cover. Get over here. What? There you go. Machine gunners. That's not going to get me, bud. Or maybe it will. Who knows? Right. Fuck. Where are they? I don't see them. because I'm in a bad position here. Bit of a shit position, in fact. Right, hold on. Fuck. Get that guy first. Oof. That's better. Right, let's go get these guys as they come to try and get me. Boom. We're doing it, we're doing it.